Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. Hope you are okay on that side of the screen. And this is officially the first video that I've recorded while listening to music at the same time, and I can hear perfectly my voice and if I'm talking too loud or not. Now this is bone conduction, and honestly, first of all, I thought, and I'm going to pause it so that I can concentrate on what I'm speaking, but I honestly thought that, okay, bone conduction, but okay, let's see what it is. And I did a few tests. One is if I press on play, which I'm doing right now, if I put the pads near my ears, okay, I can hear louder. So I thought, okay, this bone conduction probably has something right over here that it's not really bone conduction. But there is one test that when I put my fingers inside my ears and I block completely like this, the sound gets even louder, and this blew my mind away when I did test and said, what? And my only frustration is that I can't borrow you this and say, hey, try it for yourself. But if you have the chance to try something with bone conduction, then just great. Are these great for everything? No, there are three scenarios that I will share with you that it's not my suggestion. But if you want something that it's not intrusive, that you don't want to put inside your ear, or if you don't want to block completely your ears, especially if you spend a lot of hours and you get with really hot ears, then all those scenarios are probably the best that I've seen so far, and that is just awesome. On the other hand, for example, if you want to jog like myself, although they are great for sports, in my particular case, I did not enjoy that much, and I will share my experience in just a few moments. Inside the package, we will have a charging cable, a really simple package right over here. They are very comfortable. We will not feel them after a few minutes, and I do compare them like a pair of glasses. When we put them, we will feel them, but after a few minutes, hours, they just disappear. We don't feel them anymore. They look like part of ourselves. So that is just great. The materials are really nice, all rubberized plastic right over here, really resistant, waterproof, so we can do a lot with them. In terms of charging, it has a USB Type-C with a battery of 150 milliamp hours, which will last according to Padmate 8 hours, but I would say volume on the maximum, you probably will get 6-7 hours more or less, which is awesome. One of the advantages is that they last long and the charging is really quickly. On the other hand, if you want to non-stop, you can just plug the cable and use them without any issues, and you will not lose any battery whatsoever. In terms of buttons, it has one which will control all the functions, including answering and rejecting calls, turning off calls, music, fast forward, rewind, and so on and so forth. So this is the button turning on and turning off, obviously. And in terms of the bone conduction, is one of the things that attracts me more on these headphones, because it is great. It has a kind of vibration. This is one of the things that we will feel when we listen to music right over here. I will feel a slight vibration on this area, but with a few minutes we will just be used to it, so it's comfortable to use. Now I would like to share with you something right over here. Probably the microphone is picking the music, because the truth is that we can hear music right over here. If I put near my ears, if I put just on my ears, it gets louder. Not as loud as this, because this probably forces the headphones to be closer to my bone structure. But one of the things that I would like to share with you is that it transmits sounds through vibration. So if I put right over here, and I'm going to shut up for a few seconds. So it's passing the vibrations to the box and acting a box as a subwoofer or something like that. Now my jogging session this morning was with the Padmate S30. S30, which they are great for someone that wants to do a jogging session, for example, or any other sport, a gymnasium, for example. Probably it's great because you have a lot of people, a lot of sounds, and you want to be aware of everything. But in my particular case, I want to be focused only on what I'm doing and on the music itself. I want to be immersed of everything else. So the headphones that I'm using for my jogging sessions are the Padmate Z1, which are a great headphone set for jogging session with a really high volume, and you may check a video somewhere right over here. So to me, I don't want to hear my steps, I don't want to hear the wind. Today was a windy day and I was listening to the music while I was jogging, but I was hearing as well the wind touching my ears and the sound blowing here, and that is not great for me. So this is one of the things that, although it's completely possible and for some people they will be the best, for me personally, I prefer to be completely immersed. I just want to hear the music, I want to feel the music, I want to run as well, not as quick, but I want to do my training session, I want to hear the heartbeat that I'm at that moment, the pace, the speed, and so on and so forth. And that is the kind of information that I want. I don't want steps, I don't want wind. So this is my profile, and of course we are not all the same. Now, one other scenario that I would not suggest is if you want to relax and if you want to be immersed in music, which is great at the end of a working day or something like that, these would not be my choice, because I will be aware of all the sounds that surround me. In the office, for example, I've got a few sounds right over here which are not that noisy, but they will not allow me to relax. And if you want to relax and hear some music, then in that particular case I would need to suggest either earbuds, like I mentioned, the Padmate Z1 for example, or those that cover completely the ear, and then we will get immersed on the sound. These are great in a lot of scenarios, but on these 2 or 3 aspects that I just mentioned, it would not be my choice. On the other hand, these are the best that I've tried for a meeting online. I just did this afternoon, I work with a few of my colleagues and I wanted to test them out, so I wear them and it's just great. I can hear everything, including the meeting itself, and if I have someone else working with me, I can hear them talking and speaking, and if I'm speaking too loud or not. The other great advantage that I see right over here is that they are really comfortable. So if I want to stay a lot of hours doing video calls, video conferencing, then these are probably the best that I've used so far. And for those scenarios, this would be my choice without any question whatsoever. Now, I did love to use them. I will not be using them in sports, but they will stay here for my video calls from now on, which really great experience. Hopefully I was able to share to that side of the screen some of the things that I did feel with them, and if I did, don't forget to leave that thumbs up right over there, which is really appreciated on this side of the screen. My name is Roberto, and as always, I'll see you guys on the next one.